All right, we're here at 6 Missouri Avenue in St. Cloud, ready to have an auction, and here we are. Okay.
Well, yeah, the test score. There's only one way to really test score. See if it's going to go.
He'll be out in a moment. I asked him to come back to get registered if he would like to bid.
I think, let me go inside and you can
That's
see.
fine, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and get things underway now.
Okay.
Well, hello there. I want to thank you for coming to the auction. You're in the right place and it's the right time. My name is Neal VanDeRee. I'll be your auctioneer here today. My auction number is AU460, and on behalf of the auction promoter BidderInfo.com and Gramercy Auctions Corporation, I'd like to welcome you to our auction today. Thanks for coming over. As part of the registration process to participate in this auction, you've been asked to sign and accept the terms of and conditions of the sale. And as a reminder of what is expected, I'd like to go over and briefly review these terms prior to commencing with this live auction. All announcements on the day of the sale take precedence over previously printed material, announcements associated with the property. This property is being sold in as-is condition with no warranties or guarantees expressed or implied. You were given the opportunity to participate in the open house process and to do your inspections and due diligence prior to the auction. There will be no allowances for further inspection of the property prior to closing. You will be required to post a deposit of 5% of the gavel price, or $2,000, whichever is greater, with a personal check at the time that the contract is written at the conclusion of this auction. In most cases, we are able to provide sale confirmation within 7 business days from the date of the auction. A Gramercy auction representative will notify you with the email address and or the telephone number that you have provided at the time of registration. If you haven't yet registered, you can still do so. Come on over here, get a hold of Daisy here, and she'll help you get yourself registered for this auction. We expect a non-contingent contract with closing commencing within approximately 30 days from the acceptance of the contract offer by the seller. You'll take possession of this property at closing. No further access to the property will be allowed prior to the closing. The sale of this property is subject to a 5% buyer's premium, or $2,000, whichever is greater. This buyer's premium will be added to your high bid to determine the total contract price for the property today. You're responsible for all closing costs associated with the purchase of this property. Real estate taxes will be prorated through the day of closing. You will be granted clear and marketable title at time of closing. Bid increments are at the sole discretion of myself, the auctioneer. These are the terms on the property that we're about to sell here at 6 Missouri Avenue in St. Cloud. I'd like to introduce a couple of people here today. We have Daisy. Daisy is the RE/MAX agent who's been working with us on the sale of the property. And we also have Edmund. Edmund back here. And if you, give Daisy a hand. You've got a fan club out there. Also have Bud from Gramercy here, and Dana. Dana's over here, and he's a financer, and he'll be very happy to finance you in this property, and be happy to help you with that. As I mentioned, he's got deep pockets and can help you with your financing. So if you've got questions with financing in mind, please be sure to see Dana on those. Yes, you bet. What's your question, ma'am?
The 5% premium that you pay, is that only after the bank accepts the price?
Yes, the question is regarding the 5% buyer's premium. That'll be added to your bid price today, and that will be submitted to the bank and paid at the closing. It won't be paid today. You will be making a deposit of 5% today, but that's a different matter. That's an escrow deposit. So your 5% is a buyer's premium, which will be added to your bid price, and that'll be taken care of today. But obviously, if for some reason the bank should not accept your offer, then there won't be any money. Your money will be refunded to you. Yes, all monies. That's correct. That's sure. But I have a feeling we're going to be getting this closed, so be sure you bid your highest and best offers here today. Good question there. Are there any other questions over the terms and conditions or the property that we're about to sell?
Yeah, okay. All right, thanks.
All right. Any other questions at all? All right, we're going to get underway.
We're waiting for one more.
We have another gentleman registering in. Go ahead and get him registered in. I'm going to go ahead and do an example of an auction here, okay. Daisy. And how many people here have never been to a real estate auction before? Put your hands up high. Mike, put your hand down. You just, 1, 2, 3. Never been to an auction before, real estate auction before? Put your hand up, 4, 5, 6. Several of you have never been to an auction before, so what I would like to do is an example, a sample of how we're going to do this auction. So imagine, if you will, that we have a brand new year 2010 Lexus out front. So we're going to sell this imaginary car, and all you need to do to bid is put your hands up. Everybody put your hands up like this, and that's what I'd like to see you do throughout the auction, the imaginary auction and the real one too. All right? All right. So on this imaginary auction, here we go now, and what did I bid for him? On this imaginary car, who'd like to start the bidding at $20,000 for this $100,000 car? Mike is in. 20 is the bid. Now, but I get 30. 20 bid him at 30. 30 is bid. 40 is here now, but I go 50. And but I hit the, what did I get? 50 now, but I go 50,000. But I hit the, what did I go? 50,000. Here we are now, but I hit the, what did I go? 50. 40 is bid. And but I hit the. Go ahead and go like this one time for me. Make it easy. And but I hit the. It's an imaginary car, so it's an imaginary bid. 50 is bid. Thank you, Alexandra. 50 the bid now. 60 now, but I go 60. 50 is the bid now, but I go 60. And but I 60, but I go 60,000. 50 is the bid now, but I go 60. Can you hear okay way back there? All right, here we go. And but I'm 60, $50,000 going twice. The last call to bid 60, and I have sold the car to Alexander. You're the winner. Here you go. All right. And that's all you have to do. Once again, those are people who've never been to a live real estate auction before. Please put your hands up. Put them up high and keep them up for me now, okay?
Keep them up.
Keep them up all day, please. All right. We're ready to get underway. We're going to sell this house right here, right now. Okay, here we go. It's auction time. All right, and I'd like to see an opening bid on this one at $35,000. What did I bid? $35,000 to start me up here now, right by the lake. 35 is bid. Now, but I go 45. 35 now, but I'm 45. But I go 45. But I'm 45. But I get 45 now. But I go 45. 35 is the bid now. 45. But I go 45. But I'm 45. But I get 45 now. But I go 40. 40. 40 here now. But I'm 45. And your turn now. 45. But I go 45. 40 is bid now. 45 your turn. And but I'm 45. But I get 45 now. 45, but I go 45. Here now 50. And but I'm hit the your turn, but I'm hit the, but I get 50. 45, 50. Here we are now, but I'm hit the, but I go 50. And but I'm hit the 45. You're in now, but I'm hit the, but I get 50,000. Here we are now, but I'm hit the, but I go 50. Your turn, but I go 50. And but I'm hit the. Here we are now, but I'm hit the. You can walk to that Krabby Shack over there. 50 and 55. And but I'm hit the 5. Your turn. 55 and 60. And but I'm 60 now, but I go 60. And but I'm 60. You can't buy it going like this. You got to go like this. And here we go now. 55 now, but I go 60. Where's my bid? 55 here. And 60, and 60, your turn. And but I'm 60 now, but I go 60, and but I'm 60, but I give 60, and but I go 60 now, but I give 60. 55 is the bid, and but I'm 60 now, but I go 60,000. Here we are now, but I'm 60 now, but I go $60,000. Don't regret you didn't bid on this property now. 55 is the bid, 60, and but I'm 60, it's your turn. What did I go 60 now, but I give 60 now, but I'm 60, way in the back, but I'm 60,000. I have only $55,000 for this excellently located property here in St. Cloud. 55 now, but I go 60, and but I'm 60 now, but I go 60, and but I'm 60, but I give 60 now, but I go 60. 55, what would you, go 57 and a half for me.
57.
That's easy, 57 and a half right there. Oh my goodness. 56,000 and 57. 57, now 58, now but I'm 58. One more time, here we go. Say yes, sure, why not? Here we go. And but I'm 58, yes. And 57 is a bid now, but I go 58, but I'm 58, but I go 58. Here we are now, but I'm 58, yes. Yes and yes, and here we go, but I'm 58. 57 is the bid now, 58, your turn. And but I'm 58, way over there in the cheap seats. And but I'm 58 now, but I go 58 now, but I'm 58. And but I get 58. 57 is the bid. What did I go 58 now, but I'm 58 now, but I get 58. Here we are now, but 58. And but I go 58. One more time. If you do it quick, you don't even feel it. Just jump right in there. 58. And but I'm 58 now. 57 is the bid now. But I go 58. Here we are now. You know we're going to get calls. My goodness. I would have been there. I should. 58 the bid now. 59. 58 fresh money now. 59. But I'm 59 now. But I go 59. But I'm 59. Yes. And 60 back to you now, but I go 60. Rounded up at even 60. 60 now, but I'm 60 now, but I give 60. Yes. And 60 now, 61. And but I'm 61 now, but I go 61. Your turn, but I'm 61, but I'm 61 now, 62. Here we are, 62 now, but I'm lucky. 62. Your turn, but I'm 62. 61 now, but I give 62. And but I'm 62 now, but I give 62. I'm bid only 61,000 on this property here now, but I give 62. 61 now, but I'm 62 now, but I give 62. But I'm 62. Yes. 61 is the bid now, but I'm 62. Here we go now. Oh, the phones are going to call. The people are going to call. I would have been there. I should have been there. I could have been there. You've got to bid the day of the auction. 61. Don't make the mistake that you didn't buy it today. 61 now, but I give 62. But I'm 62. Here we are. Yes. And but I'm 62. 61 now, but I give 62. Here we are. But I'm 62 now. But I'm 62. But I'm 62. Your turn. Here we are now. But I'm 62. But I'm 62. 61 and 62. Yes. Here we are now, but 62, but I'm 62, but I give 62. 61,000 now, but I go 62, but I'm 62 now, but I go 62. And but I'm 62, here we are, 62, your turn, but I'm 62. 62, here we are, but I'm 62 now, but I go 62. 62. 61 is the bid. 61,000 on this house. Here we are now, bid of 62. $61,000 going once. And bid of 62 now, bid of give 62, yes. Here we are at 62 now, bid of go 62 and bid of 62. 61 and bid of 62, here we go now, bid of give 62 one more time. 61 and bid of 2, bid of go 2 now, bid of give 2, 1 is bid now, bid of go 2. $61,000 going twice. And bid of 62, here we are now, 62. 61 and bid 62,000. 61,000 is bid now, bid of go 62. Your turn one more time. And give 62. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got 61. Mike, bear with me 1 minute. 61 is bid, looking for 62.
He says back up.
Maybe has a weak bladder.
Yes.
Oh, no. It gets to all of us with age.
Yeah.
I can always stand closer, you know.
No.
Whip up any enthusiasm in the back.
I'm trying. Trying to get you a little help there, Mike. 61 is the bid. Is any advance on 61,000? 61,000 has gone once, twice, and last call. And fair warning at 61 now. Any advance on 61,000? 61 the bid now, but it'll go anywhere, but now it'll give 62 anywhere and all. Last call and fair warning at 61 and a half. 61 now, but it'll go 2, but 2. Don't regret it tomorrow. You didn't get it today. And a half. Sold it subject to confirmation at 61 to Mike here. Give him a hand.